In the past, Ireland has had a very distinguished record indeed of effectively promoting respect for human rights abroad. The work that Ireland Aid, for example, has done in some of the poorest countries in sub-Saharan Africa is amongst the best in the world. Globally, excellent work in terms of improving democratic governance. But the issue for us working domestically, as many of you will know, is that the import side of the equation, the question of bringing human rights home, is often one which has shown a degree of trade imbalance.
The UPR mechanism is very reliant upon the information put forward by NGOs. It's the statement of what's happening on the ground for the individuals whose rights we're talking about. And that's the role of the cross-sectoral steering group, is actually to bring that information forward in a collaborative way that says these are our issues. These are the issues that matter to individuals and civil society in Ireland, and these are what we're looking for government to deliver on.
It's about making the Irish people more aware of what human rights really are.
Because I think in Ireland we have a notion that human rights and human rights violations are things that happen in developing countries. It's things that happen to poor people. It doesn't happen to us, and it certainly doesn't happen to white people. So it's an opportunity to stand up and say, well, no, actually, do you actually know what your human rights are?
This is actually a really exciting process for us, because what it's going to enable us to do is to hold Ireland accountable for its action. And it will be other countries asking them questions.
The particular areas in terms of penal reform that we would like to see addressed are the overcrowding in Irish prisons, which is in a major crisis right now.
We're specifically looking at the right to health and the right to housing. Now, we've chosen those because they're issues that affect a wide range of groups, and also because they underpin so many other issues around education, for example.
We are an immigrant organisation, so we try to assist immigrants to access their entitlement. It's also to basically to be equally involved in Irish society. So I think it's very important their rights are upheld and observed.
Trade unions around the world are interested in protecting human rights, and one of the most important human rights workers have, of course, is to be in a trade union.
I suppose really the reason that we want to be there is to ensure that women's issues and women's voices are heard in this process.
We've already begun our consultation process, so we have had already a meeting where workers have come along and told us their stories.
We have a 250 member group, so we like to involve all of them in this process so they can, talk to the people, talk to us and tell us about their concern, because this is the only way we can raise awareness, we can change the situation in Ireland.
So people have been telling us their stories. We're going to collect these stories. We're still collecting them, and we're going to be presenting them as part of the UPR process.
There will be consultation in Galway, in Waterford, in Cork, in Dundalk.
This is about individuals gathering stories, so come along to the events and then tell us your stories of how human rights are being delivered for you.
The best thing to do would be to check out the website, so that's rightsnow.ie.